The life of the rich. So where are we going?
Anywhere but here. I'm bored of this stuffy room.
Okay then.
Ricky, find Melly for Shulk.
Ricky, wait.
Your Eminence.
What God want?
If you're after Alvis, he's gone.
What? Where did he go?
What happened?
We received an SOS from a small squadron repairing a transporter at Erith Sea. But the transmission was interrupted, and we have lost all contact with the squadron.
Sounds like they need our help.
Shulk and Ricky go help. Ricky and friends help people in trouble.
Of course. We're happy to help.
But you're outsiders.
Soldier man, not worry. Hereupon Ricky is here to save the day.
It is most appreciated. We need all the help we can get.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode we came here to Alcamoth, set within Eryth Sea. It's the capital of the High Entia Empire. This episode is going to be side quests. Well, there'll be a bit of main quest because we have this story quest, Save the Worker. Go to Hovering Reef 4 where Cyrith Lighthouse is situated and ask where the worker is. We will be doing this, but basically that's our kind of entertain ourselves while all the posh people sort stuff out. Yeah, sorry about the slightly abrupt... Well, I'm not sorry, I love cliffhangers, but the slightly abrupt ending last time. Alvis, welcome to another classic Xenoblade thing of, yes, you'll get answers, you'll also get more questions. So we know that Alvis is the divine seer here in Alcamoth, but that just raises further questions. Also, yeah, quite the view from around about here. But yes, this episode we're going to be getting... So Alcamoth and Eryth Sea have a fair whack of generic quests. And as ever, this means we have an episode where I do nothing but generic quests. And it takes as long as it takes. You'll know how long this is going to be. I'm budgeting somewhere in the 50 minutes again, much like the Magna Forest one. So we first off need to actually gather these quests. So, who's learned skills? No, Ricky hasn't actually learned that yet. Dunban has learned... Oh, party gauge maintained. That one's actually quite good, and that's a cool one to skill link as well, because then it just means party gauge drops far less outside of combat. Physical need for defensive light equipment, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's work on that for now. So, we'll start here at daytime. Alcamoth is big. It's got a lot of big open... I'm going to say this. Literally every fucking area in the game I'm going to start with. This place is big. But there we go. So we want to start off here. Well, not here. I just wanted a collectible. Alcamoth, Eryth Sea are, of course, both their own collectopedias. I believe Alcamoth is not huge. Eryth Sea is, collectopedia-wise. So, we're going to start with this guy next to this sweet transport. Who will ask us for a material quest? This is a confusing one. This is Oluga's slacks, but from Oluga's at Erith Sea. Yes, Olugas are a thing at Erith Sea too. Next, if we head southeast from here, then we get to the Fountain of Hope, one of the two fountains we'll be using as a landmark, and indeed it has this citizen here, who will give us another generic quest, Star Drops. Star Drops are a collectible within Alcamoth. Other than that, all of the collectibles for the collect quests in Alcamoth and Eryth Sea are out in Erith Sea. Star Drops are the only ones which are here, and obviously that now means they're marked on the map, which is real handy. Up next, you'll see there is someone kind of doing the rounds on the kind of inside rim, so let's meet up with him. And he will give us Collection Quest 2, get to White Tails out at Erith Sea. Then over to the kind of northwest of here, we've got these little fountains. We want to go to the upper one of the two that's got an exclamation mark on it. Via that snowdrop, I think. Yes. And this Alcamoth citizen here will give us Material Quest 1. Didn't even read what that was. Material Quest 1. Collect glossy Grady fans from Luna Grady's. Don't know what a Grady is, but we'll find out, certainly. Next, if we head over to the northeast, then we get our second fountain on the ground floor, the Fountain of Eternity. From here, we want to head to the northeast. Oh, no, we don't want to go via this way because there's a star drop. And we have this citizen who will give us search quest. Find the merchant's gift somewhere on the lower level of Alcamoth. Following that, we now have escalators, which will take us upstairs. I actually don't want to use that escalator, confusingly enough. We want to head back to the main entrance. And we want to use this escalator that we used with Melia to get up to the next level. You can, of course, just stand on it because it's an escalator, or you can be one of those people in London who walks up and down escalators and gets mad when you don't move for them. But with that up here, our first job is we have a shop here. And this shop sells a lot of useful stuff. First of all, I'm going to sell all my old crap. Wow, I have a lot of crap, turns out. And let's see what he has for sale. So first off, he has some arts books for Melias. Melia's not with the party at the moment, but these will be handy to grab for that anyway. Summon Bolt is good. Summon Flare is good, and Summon Copy she hasn't learned yet, but that's actually going to be good when it fires up. As is Starlight Kick. Let's just buy that now, since we can. Right, let's see if there's anything useful here. The Staff for Melia. Well, who knows whether that's better or worse. Nibbler's not great. That's not great. Right, let's have a look and do some equipment. That's what I was talking about earlier, by the way, as I've been doing Dunban up. His agility up is at the maximum it can, no matter what combination of gems you use, so I think I might actually change one of those to something a bit better. Strength up, maybe. Balance it a bit more. So everyone's been outfitted with just better equipment, nothing particularly exciting. Everyone's doing their standard things. Other than, yeah, so Dunban, I've redone his colour scheme and his bottom half a little bit, and Sharla has now gone for the Erith Gear, so this is a new kind of set that we'll be seeing a lot of, which is kind of in the high-end tier fashion, so a lot of silver, blue, green, and wings. Right, with that done, what we need to do is head over to the right, and there is an Alcamoth citizen here who will give us Material Quest 4, collect Lexos beards from Rakti Lexos. South from here will get us to another Alcamoth citizen, who will give us a series of monster quests. Defeat 5 Cruise Pagles. Defeat 3 Erith Ansels. Defeat 2 Circona Echidnos. And apparently that was it. Wonderful. I always forget which ones have 4 parts as well. Next, what we want to do is, you'll notice up to the top of the map there is the weird kind of like H-shaped bridge. Let's head on to that. No, let's not. That was a lie. What I actually want to do is head across the south bridge and then around to that little pod that you can see. And in here we will obtain Collection Quest 1, collect some gold burdock from Erith Sea. Up next we want to go right around this rim and onto the northern bridge, where there's this guy here who will give us monster quest. So to create, I always read this as urine, but to defeat 5 U9 Hodes, 2 Tokos or Lugas, and 1 Pelagos Echidno. Finally, I say finally, as if we're done. We're not, even remotely. We're probably nearly halfway in terms of quest gathering, so I suppose that's something. Over here, we will have this citizen who will give us another material quest. Though this is a confusing one. 5 Oluga grass skirts from Magna Forest, so we'll have to head back and deal with that at some point. Not going to be doing that this episode, but there we go. Right, let's head into, this time, the Imperial Palace. And we'll go straight ahead and left. And we can get a challenge quest, defeat Peeling Kerchies from this guy. Right, with that, we've now got half of them. Let's make it nighttime. That actually nearly took until nighttime to do that. I only skipped forward by a few hours there. But over on the other side of this staircase here is another Imperial Guard who will give us a series of monster quests. 3 Somati Chromars, 4 Tussock Chromars, and 5 Ottol Chromars. We'll learn what a Chromar is, don't worry. With that, we need to head back to the Imperial Palace, kind of landmark. And right away here is another guard who will give us another monster quest. 3 Chloro Liars. We fight some of those already, but there we go. We fought, not we fight. 5 Stellar X. We've come across X before in Magnet Forest, another deer-looking thing. But these are special versions, stellar versions no less, and one Ractilectos. We've got to get some beards from those anyway, so while we're there, on Sleeping Dragon Isle, which does sound very cool. Following that, we now need to head to the Fountain of Eternity. Is that the top one? Yes, it is. And then we need to head all the way to the north. And the citizen here will give us challenge 2, defeat Tempestuous Erith. I don't know what that is. With that, let's warp to the main entrance. And if we head southeast from here... Oh, balls, stupid tiny Ricky with his little feet. But this guy here will give us Search Quest 1, find the Mother's Necklace on the 2nd level. We then want to head to the Fountain of Hope and southwest from there. Nope, northeast from there, I fucked up. And yes, there are Nopon here too as well, an Alcamoth citizen. And this one indeed gives us a search quest again for find a health amulet. Now we actually do want to head southwest. And we have this citizen who will give us challenge quest 1, defeat proper bandas in the area of the secluded island, only during shooting stars. Well, we'll get to what that means in a bit. Well, I mean, you can gather what that means, but the specifics of when shooting stars appear. Our 4th of 5 star drops. Up there is a search quest, but I'll get confused if I grab that now rather than later. Finally, we have this guy here.
What is it?
Who will ask us to find a silver ring. With that done, let's do some quests. First things first, Ascension Hall, please. Let's get these search quests handled first. You'll see from the map, that one in the bottom, kind of down and left there. And that completes one of the search quests, Search Quest 2. Next, let's warp to the Imperial Palace, and we're going to head over to this section here on the rim. And that knocks out a second search quest for us. The Mother's Ring. No, Mother's Necklace. Next, we want to go to the Fountain of Hope and head east to that one I saw earlier, which I said would confuse me. And that completes a third search quest by returning a health amulet. And then our final one is if we go to the main entrance. And then, ooh, this should be actually up here first off, is our final star drop. Cash in that quest, the collect quest, but the rest of the collecting quests are all out in Erith Sea. And finally, yes, we'll just head all the way over to the east here. West, even. East and west. Still struggle with them. What the hell? I'm trapped on something. Oh, it's because Ricky's swimming. Stupid little pond. Ugh, gotta walk around, I guess, because I can't jump out of the water like some kind of breaching fish. But this gets us our final search quest in Alcamoth. And there are no search quests in Erith Sea, I don't think. Which is the Merchant's Gift. With that, if this is anything like my Magna Forest episode, it'll be about 20 minutes in already, and I'm only just starting to head out. Well, it's actually been over an hour on the recording, but that's because I spent a lot of time doing equipment stuff. So, let's head out to Erith Sea. We'll start at Latale Shore. And you can see the various quests we've got. Once again, you get an idea of the size of Erith Sea, but quite frankly, if you want an idea of the size of Erith Sea, look at it. First off, we have some cruise Pagles here that we need to kill. These are just, what's it called? What is it called? Crabble. They're like a Crabble style enemy, so they're very similar. Let's just kill these. That's one cruise Paggle. There's a second. We'll get round to more cruise Pagles in a bit. But you'll notice I'm specifically playing as Charla, which I don't do a great deal. That's because there's two enemies here that's really handy to fight with Charla. There's Erith Hilns flying around, from whom we need something... Actually, not yet, though. Oh, that's because I need to get that somewhere else. But Luna Gradies are just out of range for most people, but Charla can target them, provided you have got the specific skill we've got, which makes Charla... Oh, Ricky's in the fucking water, isn't he, though? Well, there we go. Okay, so there'll be no Ricky in this fight. But yes, it's the annoying thing where they're just out of range. But as long as you've got the skill that gives Charla some additional range, which I've got, you can hit them with Charla to grab their attention. Otherwise, you'd have to swim up to them and hope they fight you, which is harder. Let's do a chain attack without Ricky, apparently. Oh, a weird ether-type chain attack I can do. Oh, and Sharla and Dumbman's affinity has gone up. Very cool. Ricky's just constantly losing tensions, what that sound is, because he can't be in this fight because he's got his tiny little knob on feeties, so he's just swimming around. Ah, that's one of the glossy Grady fans we got from it there. And I was hoping for a second, but no such luck. I'll kill this other Pagol, and yeah, there's something we will need off Erith Helms, but I actually haven't got that quest yet, because there's more generic quests to get. Aren't you excited? Let's kill this Pagol. These guys can do a full-on ether-type chain attack, a purple all the way up to 3. Look at this, and then a 3 times Tempest kick. That's kind of cool to see, but I don't think we've ever seen that before. Right, with that done, that's actually... Oh, there's a couple more Pagels around here that I think we can kill, and then we'll head off somewhere else. I was going to be killing Erith Hilns for a while, I just forget that I haven't actually got that quest yet. Oh, this isn't a Pagel, this is a collectible. It's a white tail, so I'm guessing this one up here also isn't a Pagel, because there doesn't seem to obviously be a Pagel over here. I need to stop saying Pagel, it's losing its wordiness, really. Hey, that completes... Is that the second white tail? That was the second white tail. There we go. Completes collection quest 2. Oh no, that was a sea berry. No, that was a white tail. There we go. Right, with that, we've not seen daytime at Erith Sea yet, which is a bit sad. Oh, we can do another skill... Oh, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. God, everything in these episodes. Charlotte and Dunban can have an additional skill link, but there's nothing in that direction. And there's nothing in the other direction. No one has any square skills, apparently. But Ricky's just got another regular skill. Improves chances of monsters dropping silver chests. Actually, that's really good. Feels weird to be, like, hammering this tree and barely going on to the other ones, but there we go. There's also one for increases chance of gold chest drops. Ricky's skills are baffling, but really good. Anyway, yeah, we want to pull the time back a little bit to remain in nighttime, because if we head through this transporter and up to Hovering Reef 2... Then you'll notice there are some targets on here. There's U9 Hodes, and at night only there are Chloro Liars, which I may have made at nighttime. Let's kill some of these guys. U9 Hodes are just standard Hodes, and we've already seen what Chloro Liars do, so...
But we mustn't be careful.
That's quite funny. A victory for teamwork, and then just victory for Ricky! Ooh, Erith leggings with slots. That's quite handy, actually, because that's quite rare. Oh, and I am the vision saying we collect all 3 pieces of luxury Hode wood. We get Jarak to fix windmill. Alright, let's continue killing urine Hodes every time.
Leave it to me. Born in a world of strife. Against the odds.
Jesus Christ, Blossom Dance is powerful in a chain attack. I only got 2 hits in there, and that absolutely rinsed the fucker. So, some thunder has started now and drawn the attention of these Bulganon nebulas, which I want to avoid drawing attention to, and unfortunately we're firing a lot of ether out, so that's a risk. So if we suddenly get killed, that'll be what it is. Oh, and Shulk's learned a skill, and he's finished off a skill tree! Increases the chance of a chain link, that's good, and that's also a good one to pair onto people. More HP is just up with the revive. This one seems like a more useful tree for now. Right, let's continue our work here. Oh, shit. Oh, we're gonna have a bad time. Kiss that. Nebula has spotted us. Uh-oh, this can't be good. Elemental bullet. Ah, it's gonna kill the shit out of Ricky. Also, that's like the worst thing in the game. When Ricky gets killed and he goes, "Ricky's so hungry," is just sad. Like, legitimately, poor little bastard. I hate it. Well, weirdly, it spawned me back on Latail Shore. I suppose it's the last landmark I did. So let's kill some more Cruise Pagels while we're here, why not? But there's still more Bulganon nebulas. Oh no, I need to change the weather, because this thunderstorm is doing me in. Oh my god, skills for everyone. What's Ryan learn now? Strength up buff at the start with high level battles. That's pretty good. Start with that. I didn't. Hopefully you read that, because what I said didn't actually make any sense there. Ah, now we see Starfall again. We only got this at the beginning. So Starfall can only happen at night, not daytime, and we'll need it in a bit to make proper bandas spawn, but that's going to be towards the end of this episode. Other than that, it doesn't make any difference really to anything, other than it looks fucking cool. Because, yeah, I should focus on this fight. Oh, but it's so pretty. And there's our 5th Cruise Pagel. There we go. Right, let's head back and kill some more Hodes and Liars. That sounds really weird when I say it like that. There is all of the U9 Hodes defeated. Let's kill some more Liars. Oh, Charlotte. Why is everyone learning so many skills today? Jesus. Increases agility. That's handy. Cooldown of healing arts. Ooh, that's very spicy for Charlotte. So let's take that and kill some liars.
Leave this to me.
And that completes the liar's quest. So let's kill this final one just because it's attacked me. So with that, let's take a chance to see what Erith Sea actually looks like in the daytime, because we've not really seen that yet. It's just as beautiful. If not, more beautiful. And I prefer the music rather than the flute and oboe as being this kind of lower strings version that is. And it's really nice and pretty here. Just the colours are so cool. And it really actually lets these hovering reefs shine a lot more. And you can still see like the ether markings on the underside. And you can see the Mechonis off in the background there behind the head and hidden and Prison Tower, Prison Island even. Let's kill this Ansel. We do need to actually kill some of them for one of our quests. Right, with that done, I'm not actually going to bother farming them here because we will come across many, many more Erith Hilns there. Again, a really annoying enemy that targets you because it's a flying enemy. But we're going to go somewhere we've not been before. That is the lighthouse where we have to acquire Save the Worker from, and we can teleport almost straight over there. Ooh, there's a thing. A gold burdock. Wonderful. We needed some of them. Anything else on this island worth grabbing? Nope. Cool. Then let's head up there. You can see where this transporter is going to lead, especially when we get closer. There's a little red light showing us it'll take us up to Hovering Reef 3. If there's one thing I don't like about Erith Sea, and generally I really do love Erith Sea, but its big problem is the fact that all the hovering reefs are just called Hovering Reef number. Some have a slightly different thing, like the lighthouse and whatnot, but most of them are just like Hovering Reef 3, Hovering Reef 6, Hovering Reef 10. I can never remember which one's which, and the map isn't great because the area in between them also doesn't fill in until you've got every location, or if you swim underneath the hovering reefs to fill in the map, which feels a bit silly. Anyway, when we take this transporter over here, this brings us to the one here with the lighthouse on it. This is Hovering Reef 4. I'm not kidding when I say never. I never retain which Hovering Reef is which. Right, let's kill this second Hiln. There's a second Ansel here, which will actually be our final one we need to kill, so let's take him down too. And there we go, there's our Hiln quest done. Following that, our story quest is actually to first speak to this guy here, who's going to tell us about the worker that needs saving.
Yes?
The worker finally came to fix the transporter, but he went to go and get some ether crystals and never came back. You can get to the crystal deposit from behind the lighthouse. Do you think you could go take a look for me? Sure, we'll have a look at the ether crystal deposit in a bit. That is all the way over there. We'll get over there, don't worry. That also means this transporter up here is broken. This transporter here leads to this entire part of Erith Sea. Without it, you cannot get to the hovering reefs out there. Therefore, any Syreth Lighthouse is a landmark, by the way. Any quests which are out there, generic quests, while we've obtained all of them, we can't do ones that are out there until a little bit later. Let's get some quests from the Lighthouse Keeper. He'll give us Monster Quest 1, defeat 5 Palty Chromars. There's no parts to that, it's just the one Monster Quest. He'll also give us Monster Quest 2, which is to defeat some more Chromars.
What is it?
And then a challenge quest to defeat the flabbergasted Jerome in Hovering Reef 5. Among the more ridiculous unique monster quests, and I don't say that lightly. There's also some more generic quests we can get if we hop up the lighthouse using the transporter even, not transformer. Robots in disguise. A Hatar here, which we can't view yet, of course. We very rarely can when we first see him. But we can get some... This collection quest wants Hiln coin purses and Doomsday poppies. So that's what we do have to kill Erith Hilns for. So on that note, let's go and kill some Erith Hilns. So let's head all the way back down there to Latail Shore. And yes, if I wanted, I could absolutely just swim there manually. I thought when I first came to Erith Sea that there would be no advantage to doing... Well, you wouldn't be able to, so if you jump in the water, it'd be like, no, you're fucking dead. But actually, you'll notice there are a fair few islands around which you can only get to by swimming. The hovering reefs are only part of the story. But it would take a fucking long time for me to swim over there. This is what fast travel was invented for. Ah, this collectible is something. I always forget as well. My brain always assumes that Lunar Gradies are going to be nighttime only enemies because of the name Luna. But that's not true, actually. So these hills flying around as well, which are basically seagull kind of things, are our target for us for Hiln coin purses, and they're relatively easy enemies to fight, so there's just going to be a lot of grinding them.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
No, everyone agrees it's not bad. Ah, there's one of the Hiln coin purses. Second Doomsday Poppy as well. Hey, there's our second glossy Grady fan as well, which is good, because fighting Lunar Gradies is an arse, because you've got to lure them out of into the shallows, and well, actually all the way almost out of the water for Ricky to get at them with his tiny little legs, so... Let's just kill some more Hilns, grab the final 2 coin purses that I need. Ooh, someone's learned an art. Who's learned an art? Sharla? Oh, heal counter. Basically means when someone is attacked, they actually get healed instead, which is somewhat handy, actually. I think I'll put that on instead of shield bullet for a bit. Ah, and there's a second coin purse. Wonderful. One more to go. And there's our third Hiln coin purse. We also need 2 Doomsday Poppies to complete that collection quest. It's actually got 2 objectives. So there we go. I want to now... I think there's various collectibles, so I'm going to walk my way actually over to Hovering Reef 4. Aha, that apparently was a collectible we needed. Gold Burdogs, yeah, that was it, all 3 of those. Cool, let's head further over to the lighthouse. Well, down there on one of the support struts for Alcamoth is apparently something we need. That'll be a collectible. I'll save that for later, I think. Fuck it. I'll go down there now, just to demonstrate, you know, if you can see it, you can go there. There we go. Hiding under this little support strut is a Doomsday Poppy, and I think there's another one floating in the water up there. Yep, there's our 4th. Just one more of them to grab at some point, but for now we want to head back over to the lighthouse. And yes, I know it appears there's one more quest in the lighthouse. I am not getting that right now for a reason. Oh, fuck off, liar. Right, with that done, we can head our way over where we need to go. So the ether crystal deposit that the worker is looking at is actually way over there. And this island's our kind of next one. You'll notice it's got 2 parts. There's the hovering reef above, and there's actually an island with a kind of lagoon in it below. So we'll just need to... I've come the wrong way. It's the one behind the lighthouse. So this transporter will take us down to that island. There's actually nothing for us on the surface, but we've got a fair few things to do if we kind of drop down to its secret part here. So to do so, if you hop down in the middle, this is pretty much a safe maneuver. Feels scary, but it is safe. You want to try and actually land quite close to the shore for a reason that will become obvious. That's a Lexos, that thing over there. There's also some cruise Pagels and various things. I wanted to land a bit further away from that. Flabbergasted Jerome is also killing around here. He's a Nebula-type enemy. And you'll notice, yes, I've switched up to Shulk and Rhine for exactly that reason, because this is going to be some potentially difficult fights up ahead here. So let's just kill this cruise Pagel. There we go, and then, yes, so that's Flabbergasted Jerome, is that nebula over there. There's also a Ractilexos as well. Hopefully Sharla will shoot it. Or we're going to have to lure it. Okay, right. Let's take an alternative approach as well. You'll notice this island appears to be swarming with stuff we need, and indeed it is. Over here are Stellar X, of whom we need to kill a grand total of 5, so... Basically everything on this island has to die. Fortunately, I've already killed Cruise Pagels, but otherwise they would be on the list too. Let's kill this X and, you know, see what happens. As in, this might draw the attention of that Lexos as well, which would be fine. Or a Flabbergasted Jerome, which would be... Well, if that happens, we'll deal with it. Be aware, by the way, it's not too bad, but like every member of the X family, this one has a counter spike. As in, it's a topple spike, so when it's toppled, just be aware of that. For this reason, I probably sort of switched to Ryan so he doesn't accidentally topple, but there we go. Chain attack is ballsy here, but let's do it. There we go, we killed one. Oh, and Charlotte seems to be facing one off on her own. Well, I didn't draw anyone's attention, and that's 2 of the X we needed down. But from here, I should be able to at least attack that Lexos happily. We need to kill Alexos, so that one will be fine. We might just have to give up on Battlestart Affinity, which is less than good, but there we go. By luring it. Unless Charlotte wants to take a shot at it. Oh, there we go, it got us anyway. Alright, let's move over here a little bit just so it's in a better position. So we need to kill one, and we need to get 2 beards off him as well. I don't like the fact he's targeting Shulk either. There we go. Right, that's at least one of Lexos down. Let's see if it drops any beards. I presume it can only drop 1 beard at a time anyway. So we'll need to kill at least 2 for that, which is going to be annoying. That did drop 1 beard, though. That's pretty good. Before killing the other X, I want to attempt to fight Flabbergasted Jerome. Now we're going to have to try and lure this guy. Or we'll just have to swim out to him. That'll be another way of doing it, I suppose. Here, Flabbergasted Jerome. Nope. He's non-aggressive. There we go. Now we just got to wait for him to be a bit closer to the shore then, I suppose, and then try and hit him. There we go. After a surprisingly long time, he's come close enough to us. You'll notice he has a spike. This is why I'm Shulk at this point. Let's lure him a bit closer to the land, guys. There's some cruise Pagles here, but that's fine. If anything, that might be good for building up party gauge. Yes, this is one of those ones where he just has a really annoying... So it's an ether defense down counter spike, and all his attacks are ether based. So basically, the more you hit him, the more he gets more powerful against you, basically. So while it's not as bad as some other spikes we've seen, it means that Shulk has kind of got to be constantly on purge duty to avoid just that constant debuff. Beyond that, he's a Nebula. They're not actually very... Oh, he's fucking knocked us all the fuck unconscious. Nebulas aren't very exciting fights, because they're just really slow. So, I'll just do this. But fortunately, we've got, like, the Lexos out of the way. This can be annoying when there's a Lexos and X and shit attacking you. Oh, it's vision time. And it's an ether type thing, which means there's fuck all I can do about it. I guess my best bet is to tell Charlotte to heal him. Good lord. Well, that was just a boring fight, and it took so long that it's actually nighttime now. Do we get anything good for beating it at least? Oh, the drizzle element I think is actually not half useful. Those boots and armor, not so much. Right, with that... Oh, skills galore this episode, isn't it? Shulk's learned increased tension from Battlestart Affinity. Nice. Oh, and he's also got a skill link with someone. Oh, Shulk and Charlotte up to 3rd level. That's pretty cool. He can't get anything from her, though. And she can potentially get some useful stuff from him. Healing Arts restore more HP is fantastic for Charlotte, so yes. Very much that. Gonna swap Ryan and Shulk around now, because we're gonna go and kill some X. And I want to make sure we don't topple these guys, because they have a mean counter spike when they're toppled, so... Let's go and kill some remaining X. And then it'll be time to farm some Lexos. I'm not sure if I've actually seen Magnum Charge yet. So Magnum Charge you can only use when the talent gauge, the Mad Taunt, is full. It drains the talent gauge, but then it means your next art does double damage, and you can do a real spicy sword drive with that. Resist the temptation to topple him, because they say the bastard's got a nasty... Well, actually, he would normally have a nasty thing, but Shulk did purge him there. Not fast enough, though. Well, I mean, I was on my ass was the issue. But yeah, we see if we topple him now, you'll see suddenly he develops a spike. You can only actually get rid of that spike by then dazing him on top of that. Well, let's finish him with a chain attack. Yeah, you see how we're getting damage done to us for attacking him while he's toppled? Don't do that with X. Toppling X, not worth it. Bastards are too spiky. Let's finish up killing some more X's. Yeah, basically opening with Magnum Charge and Sword Drive is pretty good as long as your talent gauge is filled. But basically everything Ryan does fills his talent gauge, so... Oh, the Lexos has come back by itself. Jesus, we've been down here killing X long enough. Well, that's quite handy, because we need to kill him for more beard, so... Maybe he'll be drawn in by this fight, maybe he won't. And there's our 5th X down, which completes that monster quest. Let's try and grab ourselves another beard off this Lexos, then.
Just what I needed. Suck on this.
I don't like that, how he said, Charlotte, suck on this. Jesus. Now, did we get a beard, or we got to fight one of those pricks again? Nope, just a spine. And there's our beard. Wonderful. With that, we are now nearly done. Let's head back up to the surface of Hovering Reef 5. And I don't think there's much for us up here, other than just to dodge some shitey Erith Hills that will always start fights with us. It's always annoying, the flying enemies starting fights with you thing, because it just means it's just a time-consuming thing, because they don't actually, you know, pose a threat at all. And actually, Alcamoth's great, well, Eryth Sea is great for escaping from things, because if I go and just stand in the transporter, whether I'm in a fight or not, I'm not anymore. Now, on this island, I think there's some Chromars. So, Chromars are basically a lot like, there's a Flavor Andos as well. We'll see what they are in a bit. You might recognize them from, like, right at the beginning before the attack on Colony 6. But yeah, Chromars are the kind of uncomfortably humanoid enemy of Erith Sea. They're kind of like an equivalent of, what were the ones in Ignas in Magna Forest. Not Magna Forest, Central Marsh. Sorry, I've been off camera for like most of this episode and it's completely ruined my ability to speak, apparently. But yeah, we gotta kill some of them, but I'm not gonna grind them here because we'll get another chance in a couple of episodes to have a good shot at them. So I'm just gonna kill these ones that are directly and physically in my way. Right, with all of them defeated, let's just hoover up the spoils. That's some kind of handy slotted versions of things we haven't seen slotted versions for yet. Andos, yes, you might recognize, I'm killing them because we'll need something from them before long, so... yes, these were, in fact, the defense mechanisms we saw right at the beginning of the game when we got attacked in the kind of cylinder hangar in Colony 9, like before the Mechon attack. Oh! I like how the game knows this as well. That's the 6th piece of sturdy armor we need. Let's take them to Ruthen. He can make the deciphering machine. Remember that for next episode. It's the joy of I'm deliberately killing something because I want to make sure we've got because we'll need things in the future. And the game, of course, also knows that, which is very unique and very cool. Anyway, with that, we can take this final transporter over here to the Ether Deposit, where our worker is found. And he's surrounded by angry, defensive Chromars, so let's rip through them. These ones can actually be a bit annoying because they have an ability to seal arts, but let's hopefully not trigger that. Oh, visions already, what the fuck? Barely even started this fight. Foot trap. Ah, bind. Well, there's not much to be done about that. Oh, I've worn Shulk by accident. Monado Buster, I guess. Do some damage. Oh, we've been art sealed. Ugh. God, we're just getting clobbered on here, actually. Fuck me. Oh, someone's learned it out. Ryan's learned it out. God, we're not in a great way. I probably should have had a healer here. Well, there we go. Let's hope you got the Monado charge, Shulk. Yes, you have. Right, let's speed and have you dodge that smash. Now you see some real power of Dunban here. What I did there is throw on Heat Haze, which removes my aggro but makes everything I do a critical hit, and then used something like, you've used Worldly Slash followed by Blossom Dance, which is a lot of multi-hit combos, and with every hit being a critical hit, that gives you so many chances for burst affinity and raises the party gauge anyway, so you basically have almost unlimited party gauge. You just get constant chain attacks, or in this case, constant reviving your allies, because that's the way we're in at the moment. Oh, I've warned Shulk about something, but, oh, it's just Smash is going to miss Ryan. I guess Monado Buster again, then. Let's just finish this guy off. It said that was going to miss. That was clearly a lie. God. Well, with these guys all defeated, let's loot their spoils first. Oh, and see what the art Ryan learned was. I don't think it's anything good, but there we go. Anchor Chain. Increases enemy aggro over time, prevents aggro loss from damage, blocks knockback and blowdown. Situational, I'd say. With that, let's save the worker. Thanks, I thought I was a goner there. Things could have really turned out nasty if you hadn't come. I'm off to fix the transporter now. See you around. And that completes Save the Worker.
And that is the extent of my discussions with the Homs that accompanied Melia here.
I still cannot believe it. How could a Telethia have grown to such power?
And what is your conclusion, Seer?
that the Telethia were able to gain such power due to the high levels of ether in the region. In other words, our ether protection is weakening.
And so it begins. The resurrection of the Bionis. What of the Monado?
I cannot see. My sight is hindered. However,
Speak, Seer.
it is not certain that the Monado will bring about our destruction. While my sight is hindered, I have seen a slither of light. Is your Majesty not aware of this light as well?
Are you referring to Melia?
And the young man, Shulk.
Could it be that the boy is trustworthy after all? Kallian, we are on the cusp of a significant moment. The investiture ceremony must take place as soon as possible.
Your Majesty, since the ministries are already in agreement, we may be able to bypass some of the formalities.
Indeed. But she must still earn the blessing of the people.
Might I suggest the trial of the tomb?
First Consort, such a ritual has not been conducted for generations.
We have simply not had a need for it until now. And I feel she is more than equal to the challenge.
Mother, the tomb is dangerous. Our records show that many potential successors lost their lives performing the ritual.
That child fought and beat the Telethia. It is my belief that she is more than strong enough. Besides, if it was revealed that she avoided such a responsibility, her reputation among the people would be irreparably damaged.
I must protest.
No, the First Consort is right. There is much risk, but the rewards are greater. It would seal the people's love for her. Summon Melia. Her thoughts must be heard.
I accept. If I am to lead the High Entia despite my mixed heritage, if I am to succeed the throne, then I accept what must be done.
I expect nothing less of my successor. The path to greatness is fraught with danger. This shall be your statement to Bionis.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You are not fit to be Empress. Not now, not ever.
Looks like we got them out of a scrape.
Shulk, Ricky tired. Ricky's sleeping castle now.
Good idea. Let's head back to the capital.
The sooner the better.
So, turns out this episode is not entirely side content. I maybe should have said, well, in fairness, at the beginning of episodes I normally say when they are entirely side content. And I didn't say that for this one because I knew that was upcoming at one point. There is, of course, an Ether Crystal deposit at the Ether Crystal deposits. And yes, so next episode we will be dealing with that by returning to Alcamoth. This episode, we got one final thing I want to do, which is to swim all the way over there to the secluded island. Holy fuck. I actually just completely ran out of things to say there, because I'm going to set an auto swim that way, so then I can just appreciate the sights. Because, good lord. Oh, there we go. Nope. Try and appreciate the sights better, Doctor. Erith Sea, as I say, is my favourite bit of music that we're playing at the moment, and probably one of my favourite areas. Some areas are nicer for different reasons, but it's so beautiful. I love the seaside and I'm always a seaside sucker. It's my whole Super Mario Sunshine thing. But this one with the hovering reefs and how it's like cool prison island looks floating at the top, and fucking Alcamoth, this massive just floating city there. The scale of it all is just something else, and this view. the music in Erith Sea is particularly beautiful. It's got, as with a lot of tracks, a surprising number of tracks in Xenoblade Chronicles, it's got a hint of sadness to it. It is slightly melancholy, and I think that serves to make it really powerful, actually. And just seeing the light fade over the kind of shoulder of the Bionis there. Oh, very cool. Anyway, we got one more final challenge for today, and let's see if we're going to be in luck. Well, this is the Secluded Island, and we have a quest here, which is to take on Proper Bandaz. Fantastic name, and a unique monster. He should only appear here during Starfall. Sometimes he doesn't even bloody do that, which is slightly annoying. There's clearly a collectible I can get in the middle of the island, but the middle of this island is defended by incredibly spookily high-level Chromars, so we'll leave that alone. This is definitely not Starfall because it's pissing it down. Right, let's change the weather until we get Starfall. And there's your Starfall. Wonderful. And indeed, here is Proper Bandaz exactly on schedule. Sometimes he's not here. If you activate Starfall and Proper Bandaz is not here, then what you want to do is reload, is just save with it still being Starfall, reload, and then keep doing that until he turns up, which eventually he almost always will. Just takes a couple of reloads sometimes, which is bizarre, but that's the way it is. He's a kind of, as you can see, he's a Pagel type enemy, and he's not particularly interesting, or indeed a challenge to this combo that we have. I'm hoping to just basically lay down so much fire that we can just rinse through him quickly before our lack of healer becomes any sort of a problem. Because this 3 are bloody powerful, don't get me wrong, but the real problem with them is that you have absolutely no healing. Oh no, that's a lie. You have Shulk's light heal, which frankly, well, anyway. Oh, he can just topple all of us. Didn't know that was an option. And off he fucks. Get back here, you crab bastard. There we go. Currently setting a new record as well. I don't know how long this episode's been. Probably one of my longest because the recording absolutely has been. As it stands at the moment, the recording is on 2 hours and 26 minutes, which just shows you how much of this happens. And we have not even done half of the generic quest in Erith Sea, but we have done all of the ones we actually can do at the moment. Other than I think there's some odd collection ones, but we'll get those as we go around. I'm not going to bother finishing them up this episode anyway. With that, let's finish up Bandaz. Proper Bandaz is also brilliant. Oh, let's kill him with a chain attack. That's always fun, isn't it? Let's Worldly Slash, Backslash, and finish him off with a 3-time Sword Drive. Yeah! Oh, that's a cool freeze frame as well. Very nice. And on that, we will leave it here for this episode. Next episode, we will be finding out, of course, we'll be returning to Alcamoth and seeing what's happening with Melia and the Trial of the Tomb. Ooh, heavy quizzes, you say. Very exciting. I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.